What's up, Corn Cobs? Week 3 of our fantasy football league is in the books. Just so I can start off with some quick announcements, trades are usually pending until I decide to push them through. I usually post something on our Facebook group that says, hey, is anyone strongly opposed? And if someone is strongly opposed, I'll actually reach out to every manager in the league and ask them their opinion on it. And if we get an overwhelming vote, I won't allow the trade. It's pretty simple. But if I get nobody saying anything, I'm just going to push the trade through because obviously each manager wants to adjust their team and everyone wants to get their new players. Everyone's always excited about that. Like the Colts. The Colts were super excited to get their traded guy, Mr. Trent Richardson. His first carry is a ground running touchdown against the San Francisco not so golden anymore 49ers. Anyways, that's the first thing. Second order of business is very simple. Our payouts for the league are in. We're going to have a four-team playoff system. So it's just going to be the top four teams, best record. Tiebreaker is not head-to-head wins or losses. Tiebreaker is most total points in the league because I honestly don't think there should be a win-loss category. That really just bails you guys out who suck, like Donde Estrada, who is 3-0, yet I have 100 more points than him. Yes, that's an exact calculation. I have 100 more points than you, Avery. So, uh, total points is the tiebreaker, and the seeding in the playoffs is going to go 1 versus a 4, and a 2 versus a 3, and the winner are going to play for the championship. Uh, I do need you guys to actually respond to one quick thing. The payouts are going to be as follows, with one small adjustment that could possibly be made to first place. Fourth place, so just for making the playoffs, fourth place will win an entry into next year's league. The entry into next year's league will be $100. So you'll basically win your money back and you get an entry into next year's fantasy league. Third place is going to get $200, so you get double your entry. I honestly think that's pretty generous that you double your entry for not even being in the championship game. And then second place will get $300, and first place will take home $600. Now, I have a proposition that first place takes home $500 just this year so that we can get a traveling trophy. I'm willing to spend $100 on the trophy. I've got a local trophy guy. I even would really like to get a championship belt. That's just me. I'd like to have a championship belt since we all know that I'm going to destroy all of you, including Rogo hater Joe Gianosa in the league. Anyway, so let's take a look at let me know what you want to do. Do you want first place to be $500? So do you want me to get $500, or do you want me to get $600? So $500 and a trophy I can brag about all year, or $600 that I can blow in Vegas. You decide. All right, so this week's games. Let's start with the person who had the most points again. Me. It was me. I had the most points in the league again this week. Jameson, it was unfortunate that you had to play me this week. Jameson put up a very respectable 108 points. He would have beat everyone else in the league except for Rogo Hater. Unfortunately, he had to play me this week. And you guys can make fun of my draft all you want, but I took Jimmy Graham in the first couple of rounds. I took Jamal Charles. Combined, they put up almost 50 points last week. Not only that, but I took the Chicago defense in the 6th round. It was the first defense selected, and you guys can all suck a D. 25 points last week. Yeah, there it is. It's pretty simple, straightforward. Even when my wide receivers don't perform that well, I still put up 128 points. So catch me if you can should really be my team name, but we'll see if any of you guys can compete with me in the next coming weeks. So Jameson actually falls to 1-2, but if he actually played pretty much anyone else's schedule, he'd be 2-1. So Jameson, I have no doubt that you're going to be able to make a playoff run, buddy. But Tijuana Fish Tacos, for the time being, sits at 1-2. Jacob's awesome team. I destroyed Jacob week 1, and his team didn't look so awesome, but he's made a pretty respectable last 2 weeks. 107 points this week. I know he put up over 100 last week. Drew Job, 70 points. Seriously, man, 70 points? That's an average of 7 points a player. That is just ridiculous. You need to do something about your team. Speaking of people that need to do something about your team, how about 2 Mannings, 1 Cup? First off, that is super lame name. That thing was funny when it was like 3 years ago when you were eating poop and making your own videos. All right, Tom? Two Mannings, one cup. Get a different name. You're lucky that you have one win right now. I have no idea how you have one win. Maybe because you put up like over 100 points one week. But Donde Estrada only had to put up 81 points to beat you. Seriously? Donde Estrada, 81 points and getting another squeak out, eke out win? Man, if you would have played almost everyone in the league last week, you would have lost. Stockton Storm. Stockton Storm is actually doing something about his team. He made a very good trade with me to improve himself at a lot of skill positions. So his 64-point showing against Joe Gianosa and the Rogo haters, you know, Joe Gianosa's got a solid team, but he knows his downfall. His downfall is he has a very weak bottom of the roster. So when it comes time to play me, Gianosa, you're not going to fare well. The Sacramento Sillians, 40 points. I'm going to attribute this. Actually, wait, hold on. I thought it was very amusing that Sacramento Sillians and Jake Lynn played the Gridiron Greats. Two very delusional Niner fans. Yes, two very delusional Niner fans. But Jake Lynn, you put up 40 points, buddy. Have you not learned that Colin Kaepernick is not a good fantasy quarterback? He's not. First off, the guy, he just looks ridiculous. Secondly, he's a wimp. That was a very mild word. He's a wimp. He made a bet with Russell Wilson and didn't even shave his eyebrow like a big vagine. How are you starting that guy at quarterback in your fantasy league? And then you make up all these excuses. Oh, I didn't know this. Oh, I didn't know that. Shut your mouth. If I didn't have anybody starting at wide receiver, I still would have beat all you guys in the league this week. So here's the deal. You scored 40 points last week. I tripled you. I tripled you. What are you doing? Get on my level. As far as the Gridiron Greats, squeaking out, eking out a victory with a mere meek 79 points. The two delusional Niner fans went up against each other. So, I realize it's only week 3, but if the playoffs started today, I would be playing Jacob's not-so-awesome team. I am the number 1 seed. Jacob is the 4 seed. Donde I squeak by 3-0, Estrada would be playing stupid name Rogo haters. On the outside looking in, we've got the Gridiron Greats. Now, the Gridiron Greats are in 6th place at a 2-1 record, but they've only put up 231 points. By the way, that is the second least in the league, and he's in 6th place. Just goes to show you how lame playing the Sacramento Sillians could be for you. In 5th place, I have no idea how this is possible, is the Sacramento Sillians. He's at 247 points. You guys realize that, like, I'm almost doubled your score and we're at 3 weeks in? That's just pathetic. And you somehow luck boxed your way into 5th and 6th place, whereas Jameson sits in 7th with 315 points. Jameson, you have the 3rd most points in the league, so don't worry about it. You just had an unfortunate event of playing me this last week, and then you lost by 0.2 points to Donde Estrada last week. So again, I mean, you're hanging in there, buddy, but you got to get luck of the draw here soon. As far as the biggest blowout last week, it was Rogo Hater versus the Stockton Storm. We already talked about that matchup. I'm not going to talk any more about fantasy, except that next week's matchups should actually be a pretty good proving ground. Just to give you an idea of the matchups, I am going to destroy 2 Mannings, 1 cup. Jacob's awesome team and Tijuana Fish Tacos. That's going to be a very good matchup. I have a feeling that whoever wins that game is going to come out in the top 5 in terms of standings. The delusional Niner fan, Gridiron Greats, Anthony Pimentel, plays Drew Job. That's Andrew Costello. Drew, how about you get your first win, buddy? You're not playing a good 2-1 opponent. It's like you're playing the Miami Dolphins. They're 3-0, but no one knows how the hell they're there. Show me your TDs, Nate Langley. Nate, I still think your head is up your cornhole. I don't know what you're doing. Plays Donde Estrada, so that should actually be a really good matchup. Stockton Storm, Trevor Kelly in the bottom. Man, Trevor, you're projected at 63 points as I'm looking at it right now, and you play Vic Paredes. He sucks at fantasy football. Don't let him fool you. He's 1-2 in our league, and he's 0-3 in his other league. Sacramento shouldn't be 2-1. Sillians, you play Rogo Hater, prepared to be destroyed, even though I'd love to see an upset because Joe Gianosa's name is still stupid. All right, let's just talk real football really quick because delusional Niner fans, did you see how I'm right in you being delusional? The Niners are not good this year. First of all, their best defensive player is not hurt. He's in rehab. Rehab because he's an idiot. He is an idiot. Alden Smith. God, one of the biggest idiots I think I've ever seen in football. Why don't you just keep getting DUIs, you moron? Not only that, but Colin Kaepernick, he has figured out, and now he's scared to run. He lacks the ability to throw guys open. I've been saying it for weeks. Said it last year. Colin Kaepernick is super overrated. The Niners are super regretting that they let go of 3-0 Alex Smith on the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, God, that still cracks me up. As far as my Cowboys, how about them Cowboys? Double the amounts of wins that the combined rest of the division in the NFC East has. Yes, the NFC East is very bad, but how about them Cowboys taking a pounding to the Rams, who are going to take a pounding to the Niners this week? It may not be as bad as the Cowboys took to them, but I see that the Rams are probably going to win by 6.5. Yeah, that's my official spread. They're going to win by 6.5. On a final note, Raiders fans, don't get too down on yourself. It's not about if you win or lose. It's if you beat the spread. The spread was 16.5. You lost by 16. So in my book, you won. See you guys next week.